What's up, guys? So, in today's video, I'm just going to be talking about how I think classic music is a lot better than modern music. When I say classic, I don't mean like classical, like from 1658. But let's get started. So, let's start with country music. I'll say back in, I don't know, 1980, 90, whatever. Who the fuck cares? But, like, there were some good ass country songs back then. Like, there was one song, Devil Went to Down to Georgia by the Charlie Daniels Band. It's a really good song. It's about how this little boy, like he has to play a really good fiddle song, otherwise the devil's gonna steal his soul. And it's a really good song. I like songs that tell a story and aren't just about like how you hate your whatever. And then there's like Johnny Cash. He's got good songs. He's got like a really deep voice and he sounds like Darth Vader. It's really cool. And then there's modern country, which is horrible. It's just like people with a fucking horrible southern accent, like, and they're probably faking their southern accent. They got like a stupid ass cowboy hat. I bet none of them are even from Texas, which is really stupid and it sucks. And like classic country music, like what Johnny Cash sang about, was actually like about the Wild West, and it was really cool. So now let's get on the rock music. Like rock music back in the day, that was the shit. Like Kiss, Queen, AC/DC, Motley Crue. They were awesome stuff. They sing about like partying and sex and drugs and rock and roll and stuff like that. It was fucking amazing. And now rock is just I don't even think you should call it rock anymore. Just a bunch of emo poser boys trying to get their feelings out. And they're like fucking horrible, and they got a stupid ass haircut, and they're like, I hate my parents. It's really dumb and gay. And pop music, let's get onto that. Back in the day, like 80s pop was pretty cool. I like Michael Jackson. He's got a if after you get it, he's got a pretty good voice, and after you get past the fact that he says hee hee every like 5 seconds, then he's got a pretty good songs like the Smooth Criminal, Beat It. There was some good stuff, and every time I see Beat It, I think of NoFap November. And there's like a meme where it was we don't give a shit about NoFap November, and she says just beat it. And I was like, yeah, I don't care about that. Anyway, we're getting off topic. Modern pop music is pretty dick. It's like how you can just you don't even have to learn how to sing. You can just use auto tune and be like and make fake beats with a computer. So basically, anybody with a computer can make pop music. It's so easy, but like I'm not gonna do it. And then people are like, well, why don't you just do it then? See how awesome you are. And I'm like, well, I'm not gonna sell out and waste my money. I want to make a death metal band when I graduate high school. It's gonna be awesome. I'm friends with a drummer, and I might need to find a guitarist, bassist, rhythm guitarist, whatever. Who the fuck cares? But okay, I'll say I think like metal music has probably suffered the least. There was like this genre in the '90s was called new metal, and it was like they had bands like that made rap music kind of metal, and it was weird. But like, and they also have bands like Five Finger Death Punch and shit like that. Oh, that sounds like a cool band, but you listen to it, it's just him bitching about his life. And then they also got stuff like freaking I don't even know many of those bands. Like Disturbed, this is also him complaining about his life and stuff. It's really weird. And freaking David Draymond, the singer. He looks like a discount version of that dude who runs the pawn shop. He's like the bald guy, and you turn on the show. He's like, "Hi, my name is whatever," and this is yeah, I remember his name. He's like, "Hi, my name is Rick Harrison, and this is my pawn shop." David Draymond kind of looks like Rick Harrison, so there's memes about that, which is kind of cool. But yeah, and Metallica, they made some good thrash metal albums. Like let's talk about them for a minute. So back in the day, they made the '80s. They made Kill 'Em All, which was in 1983. It basically set a whole new genre for the thrash metal movement. Then they made Ride the Lightning, another great hit. Master of Puppets, another great hit. Their bassist died, but then they made Injustice for All. It was pretty awesome. And then they made the Black Album, which was pretty cool, but it wasn't really that thrash. I'd consider it maybe heavy metal, but I still liked it a lot. And then they made some of the three worst albums in rock and roll and metal history. It shat upon them. It's fucking horrible. And also, like, let's take a look at the Metallica covers for a little bit. Okay, here's the cover art of Kill 'Em All. Looks pretty cool. It's basically an axe that murdered somebody. And then there's Ride the Lightning. It's basically like an electric chair. It looks pretty cool. I like it. And then there's Master of Puppets. I think it's a grave. I don't really know what that resembles, but it's awesome. Then there's Injustice for All. It has like a statue, I think, and with a hammer, I think so, and it's like something to do with in the hammer of justice crushes you. But then there's the Black Album, which it has like a snake, which is pretty cool. It also has the Don't Tread on Me. It's like a kind of Don't Tread on My Gun, right? Stuff like that. pretty awesome. And then they have Saint Anger, which is a horrible album. The snare sounded like shit. It can be good use sometimes, but it's got a fist tied down, and people are making the NoFap November memes. I can see it already. And there's Death Magnetic that had like a coffin, and it was pretty nice. And then they made Hardwired to Self Destruct. So instead of just putting a picture there, I'll just show it to you. Here it is. Looks pretty nice. Like it a lot. Basically just some faces. I think it's supposed to be all the members. There's James, the singer. There's Lars, the drummer. But yeah, still pretty cool. But then we get to Load and Reload. Now, what the fuck is this supposed to be? What is this? What is this? It looks like blood mixed with I don't know what that is. And then this one just looks like a zoomed in picture of a butthole. It's really weird. And yeah, Load and Reload, Saint Anger, some of the worst ass albums ever. And then they kind of came full circle and made Death Magnetic and Hardwired to Self Destruct, which is still thrash metal music. And then Megadeth kind of did something different. Like they made thrash metal music all throughout their career, and most metal bands are still doing that. Like Motorhead would still make heavy metal if their singer didn't die. Hashtag Rip Lemmy. But anyway, I hope you guys have a good day. Keep it brutal. Enjoy the nice